Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
First down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, started off the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. Rory going to the single coverage, end zone. Touchdown! He hits Cooper again.
Welcome to the Hoosier Hungover Podcast, or whatever it's called, Hoosier Happy Hour Podcast, episode 276. We are here with the full crew again. Seth, Brandon, what's up?
What is going on, guys? Long time no see.
Yeah, right. Yesterday.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. We're going to recap the blowout victory, IU 56, UCLA 6. What was supposed to be a scary game, a fun game, a tense game, was over in 50 seconds, I think. So yeah, we'll dive into it. We'll do it pretty quick. If you can't tell, voice is a little bit rough, body is worse. So it's when Seth is DD. Wait, how do you say this? When the boys are away and Seth is DD, Bragg and Brandon will play, and we played quite a bit.
Whoa!
Wait a minute, with beers.
Whoa!
With beers and beer pong and drinking, roadies. Wait. Okay, moving on. We're going to dive right into it. Final score, as I said, UCLA 6, Indiana 56. Scores closer than what the actual game was like, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was bad. Like, IU moves to 8-0. Coaches poll and AP poll updates, nothing there really, other than for some reason we lost number one votes in the coaches poll and gained some in the AP poll. But yeah, everybody stays the same. Top 6, I believe, stayed the same in the AP poll across the board. We'll go through some stats of the game. Some fun ones. UCLA totaled 9 yards on their first 4 drives, including a pick 6. They fumbled on their 5th drive and then punted on their 6th drive before finally putting together a field goal drive, which I think was only about 30 yards. That made it 28-3 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. So I think they had somewhere around 40-ish yards in the first half. It didn't get much better after that. Another fun, interesting fact, 50-point wins in Power 4 conference. It's been the first time since 2018. That was Clemson. Clemson went on to win the national championship, finished 15-0. That was the last team to win 2 conference games by 50-plus points. Third downs were part of the story as well. IU 75%, 12 of 16, and UCLA 1 of 11. Do the Seth math on that if you want. Not good. Mendoza keeps up the Heisman campaign. Not a massive passing day. I mean, did throw a pick, but 15 of 22, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 more on the ground on 45 yards rushing. Seth, were you trying to say something?
No.
Okay.
What was that? 75% on third down and 9% on third down.
Yeah. So just real quick,
not good.
Real quick, because your brother said it about 1,000,000 times, and I wanted to smack him every time. If you're just looking at the box score for Fernando, yeah, it's not going to jump out the page. But if you actually watched the game, because Michael, where the games played?
On the field.
On the field. He looked incredible. He looked so comfortable. And it was a Heisman performance on the field, even if it maybe wasn't on the box score. He looked so comfortable, so dialed in, on script. He looked incredible. And you just kind of look at the other way around. Nico never looked comfortable. I think I probably said it to Seth probably 10 times. He wanted no part of that game. Like he wanted to leave Bloomington as quick as he got here. So you look on the field, because if you look at Nico's stats, I mean they're horrible. Nico, his box score looked like his play. Fernando not so much.
Yeah, and you called him a head case on the preview podcast. And when you get sacked on the very first play and then throw a pick six on the second play of the game, the head case is going to kick in, and it did. Total rushing yards: IU 262, UCLA 88. That's 5.6 yards a carry versus 3.5. Unfortunately, we don't. Well, do you guys have any more IU stats you want to do?
I mean, we'll get it for me. We'll get it when we do stock up and stock down. But as far as team stats, again, we said they wanted to control the clock, right? That's how they were going to win it. 35-24.
They did not
in time of possession. What couldn't they do? Turn the ball over and get penalties. 8 penalties for 82 yards. Couldn't get out of their own way. And 30 turnovers. They lost the game in every conceivable way. And it's crazy that they barely surpassed 200 yards. When we get to our Maryland preview pod, I'm really going to look forward to seeing where our defensive stats went up or got better coming up on that podcast, because it was an absolute clinic without Aiden Fisher. So, that I think we don't need to have a whole section on Aiden Fisher now, but I don't know. Bragg, to me, the defense didn't miss a beat, which is crazy impressive.
Yeah, it was. It all starts up front, and I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit later in the marketplace. But on both sides of the ball, the Lions dominated again, and it was pretty fun to watch. Let's wrap up the stats real quick. We'll do headlines. We'll get into the marketplace so we can start breaking it down a little bit more in detail without spoiling anybody's picks. I was saying, unfortunately, Florida State did not play. So we don't have any super entertaining stats to go over, other than the fact that more teams now have racked up more wins against the ACC than they have. And I have read since last season, they are 1-11 against the ACC. 1-11. And
if you just want to kind of bop around college football, Texas A&M looks really good. They absolutely thumped LSU in Death Valley. Bama did not look good. I didn't catch much of that game because that's like right when we got home, and I did have to parent when I got back to my house. But from what I saw, Bama struggled with a 3-4 South Carolina. Again, kind of Oregon struggled with Wisconsin. That was surprising. Oklahoma's season is done, right? Neither Vandy or Missouri looked very good. And I think Indiana really separated itself even more than it maybe already had.
Yeah, and it's I don't even know how to say it. Like, yeah, we kind of knew we had advantages pretty much in every position going into the game on Saturday, but the way that UCLA had been playing up to that game, the previous 3 weeks, basically, outside of last week, dominating people. And then they came in and they honestly, they looked like Illinois light. Like they looked really, really outmatched across the board.
Speaking of teams that have fallen off the face of the earth, Illinois,
they lost to Washington, right? I tried to watch sports. Like I tried to sit on the couch, but as soon as I sat on the couch, I was out. I was done. So I was watching Michigan State, which could have something to do with that because it was super boring. All right, moving on. Headlines. Mine's easy. It's just, why were we scared? I don't understand. It's just stupid. Just us still continuing to just be, I guess you would call us rehabbing IU football fans from like the last forever years.
I'd say we're conditioned. I'd say we're conditioned a little bit.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Mine is, I mean, I think everyone listening to this has either seen it or at least gets a reference, but Gladiator, are you not entertained? Because yesterday was so fun. The season has been so fun. So that's what I'm putting on the front page of the newspaper. Are you not entertained? Because this team on offense, on defense, everywhere is just, it makes us look and is super fun.
So
Yeah. So I guess mine is that I'm a millionaire. Because right before, and Brandon, I'm sorry to do this to you, but right before the opening kick, Brandon bet me $1 million that Frankie would put it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And unfortunately, besides that and the Fisher kind of slight injury, those were the two biggest negatives of the day, where a little bit of injury bug seems to have nipped IU.
Frankie's looked bad. I'd never seen that on a kickoff, but he collapsed and didn't move. And then he did assist it off the field.
Which I thought was weird, by the way. I watched just really the first play. I kept replaying it, or the second play. I kept replaying it over and over and over again. But I watched when they get ready to start the game, and they were still carrying him off as the referees blew the whistle to start play, which Signetti was not real happy about that, as he went out to walk him off too. So I don't know. I think it's probably a groin injury, but I didn't think that. Oh goodness, he kicked earlier this season too, 93. I can't remember his name, but I thought he did a pretty good job as a replacement kicker. So, moving on, let's go to the marketplace. Stock up. We're not obviously no stock downs on either side of the ball. Stock up. Offense. Let's go with Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, he's now put 2 games in a row, and I don't know if he hasn't done that at least at Indiana's EJ Williams. I think he has fully arrived. It is not, he was just one game or it was a matchup or whatever. Enter what you want to put in there. That he is a legitimate weapon, and we now have a 3-headed monster in the wide receiver room. So EJ Williams stock continues to soar.
Sethers.
So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to blow both of my answers right now, and it is overall depth at IU. I think there's been some surprises with Wyatt going down, the step up of Daly, the step up of Landino. Tucker had huge games. And again, I'm not trying to steal all these. You can still use them. But EJ Williams was another guy, a depth piece who really excelled. And then Caden Turner and then Isaiah Jones really stepping up at the linebacker position. So I really think that, again, don't come back to me for defense. But it's overall for IU, it's the depth position and availability that they have built.
That 62-yard bomb to EJ was just incredible. That'll definitely go on his NFL tape for Nando. They had, I wish I would have screenshot it. It was a video, so I don't think I could maybe screen record it. But the air yards after he got hit right in the gut was so impressive on that play. I mean, it looked impressive because it happened right in front of us. It was at little over on our side of the field, midfield. What just beautiful throw, and EJ just absolutely separated from the defender. Great route, great scheme, just impeccable throw.
Yeah, I cannot wait to go. As I said, I got it to the second play of the game, and I've replayed it probably 5 times. Like, just trying to figure out how he caught it, why he was throwing that. Like, well, I don't understand any of it, but it all made sense, and it was a great catch. I mean, a left-handed. I haven't
rewatched it. Did Gus Johnson lose his mind?
Yes, kind of.
I forgot at the game that Gus Johnson was on the call, but then it kind of when I was thinking about this podcast and thinking about the game, I was like, oh God, Gus Johnson had to lose his mind.
And he did. And I can't wait to go watch something like the EJ Williams. I bet you he probably loses it too on that one. But yeah, let's do for me. Let's see, who didn't Seth talk about, right? Let's go. I'm going to go with the offensive line. I think this is another really good game by them. No sacks, 1 tackle for loss allowed. Nando took a couple hits, not anything too crazy. But again, you run the ball for 220 plus or 260 plus. You throw the ball pretty well when needed, but wasn't needed. And yeah, I mean, it's just another really good performance from the offensive line. One guy I did have listed as my number 2, but I'll throw him down as honorable mention just because the stats aren't going to jump off. Charlie Becker. Charlie Becker looks like a player. I've been on his bandwagon for he's red shirt freshman.
Yeah, you've been on the president of the fan club since.
Yes, he is part of the Bragley's boys club. Wait a minute, Bragley's boys club. There we go. Him and Farrell, I think, are the only 2 remaining. But yeah, he's one of the original founding members. Let's go to defense. Seth is out. Brandon, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go honorable mention for offense, and I want to say Alberto. There's obviously been a ton of talk. Childs, Hoover, the new Twitter and message boards is Malik Washington's agent is trying to connect and get NIL to come to Indiana, which would be insane. So that's making its rounds on the interwebs. But I think they can all put that away because Alberto looked incredible. I actually thought I didn't even notice it was Alberto until like a few plays into the drive because it just looked like Nando, right? That's how smooth he looked. I could not tell Alberto was in. It doesn't help that, the beers were flowing and it's the same last name on the back of the jersey. But yeah, I didn't immediately know it until he ran into the end zone. That's not Nando. What is going on here?
No.
So yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out that again, it's fun. Who could be the quarterback? I'm starting to think the quarterback's already on the team.
I agree with you. And I think we talked about that on the tailgate.
We did.
Defense stock up. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, so we've hit it. I don't think we need too much more, so I'll keep it short here. But just the defensive line was blowing them up. Like it was men against boys. It looked like varsity versus JV. And Tyree Tucker, his dances were just incredible. He was having so much fun. So again, Tyree Tucker doesn't kind of get the love that Landino does. But Tucker was, I think, the best defensive player on the field yesterday.
Yeah, really good player. Blew up that first play. Should have probably brought down Nico back in the backfield, but he somehow squeezed through and got a couple more yards out of it, a couple yards closer to the original line of scrimmage. But he blew it up and he set the tone from snap one. 4 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and 2.5 tackles for loss. I'm going to go with a guy that we haven't talked about probably at all, and it's Devin Boykin. I think he's had this is probably his first real big game for IU, the North Carolina State transfer. 7 tackles, 2 passes defended in a pick. Thought he looked pretty good. Looked lively, looked all over the field. He probably should have had 2 interceptions if I remember. One of those passes that he defended with kind of slipped right through his hands. But a really, really good game from Devin Boykin. I mean, you could go everywhere. You could go Bones. Oh, sorry, Seth. Did you want to say something? Nope. You could go Bones, who took over for Aiden. As I guess you would say he was pulled and kind of rested, but led the team with 8 tackles there. Hardy had a good game. I mean, you could go everywhere. Anything else you want to add? Defense stock up? Any honorable mentions? Anybody?
Yeah, for I know Seth wants to get back to this Bears game bad. So I'll try to make it quick here. But Cignetti in his press conference, Bragg, did you do any listen to the post-game press conference?
I've not yet, no.
So Isaiah Jones got the dot. And Cignetti said he did wonderful. Only really practiced that. No game reps at all for Isaiah Jones ever being dotted. Green dot, for those that don't know, kind of what I'm referencing there. And again, Cignetti said the defense didn't miss a beat. So I think Isaiah Jones there, not only stepping up in play, but also stepping up in leadership. I think that kind of speaks to the cohesive unit and everyone, rowing in the same direction. So that's all I wanted to note there was, again, Isaiah Jones, his stock is already sky high, but the fact that he can just absolutely pick up where things left off, I think is impressive.
Yeah, he's just a really good player. Yeah. We'll do this. No stock downs, obviously, unless you guys had something you wanted to make fun of, maybe, or like whatever. But yeah, there's nothing there.
Traffic, maybe the traffic
yeah,
people.
yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Those cones,
Nope.
right as we were getting ready to go through.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
They were cones.
Nobody knows what they're doing. That was an amazing day with you guys yesterday. The only bad part was getting out of Bloomington. Made me want to
more time to drink
punch.
beers.
It was that. It was that.
I mean,
Okay.
not in the car.
No, we would never do that.
No,
let's cut to a promo, get the predictions, and get out of here.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by your go-to expert in the Indiana real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent that you need. He's not just a real estate agent, he's a Hoosier fan just like you. And Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes the buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com. And we're back, and it's time to celebrate me. Seth predicted it would be UCLA 17, IU 34. Brandon said UCLA 17, IU 41. Better. I said UCLA 17, which is, again, is laughable. IU 48. I win again. So, self-explanatory. Don't need to go over why I win. Let's do.
You can Google him. All right, Google him.
You can't Google me. I do have the shirt on too, underneath the Arsenal shirt. There we go. Okay, let's switch it up. Seth, do you have anything in your sack first?
I have one thing. I wanted to give some love to Kamara real quick. His stats are way down, but I think we all kind of anticipated this when he moved from kind of the rush end to kind of the more edge setting end. And what he's done has been absolutely incredible. His game film is top notch at doing what he's doing. The problem is, or hype quotes problem is, he only has 4 tackles, 10 assists, 1 sack for 4 yards. And you're like, how the hell does this happen? Well, obviously there's a position change, but what he's doing in his role, it's not the sexy role where you're human, and they know what he's doing. So they're doing some double team, they're doing some chipping, and it's really allowed everybody else to flourish. It's really kind of a trickle down effect that, it's really it's been the rest of the players are capitalizing off of. So I just wanted to give him some love and give him some shout out, because he's still a very highly draftable guy. He's a guy who should have some really good NFL tape, but he's one of those guys who Kuiper or what's the other guy are going to say something along the lines of, though his production was down in his senior year, it's like they're doing a lot of like JMU like sacks promo reels. But he's a guy who's very much doing his job and is sacrificing his individual stats for the good of the team. And I got asked one of those things yesterday by somebody, and they're like, "Oh, whatever happened to him?" I'm like, "He's doing his damn job. Leave him alone. Keep his name out your mouth." So I just want to give some love to him.
Yeah, and I don't have any randos. Again, I think I've been keeping randos to the preview pods, but I do have a final statement, Michael. If you want to move to that,
let's move along.
If you just look at body of work, again, it's an overused term. Body of work, Indiana is the best team in the country. That's my final statement. Is I think it's definitive, especially watching Bama. There were people that were still saying that Bama should have been ranked ahead of Indiana. Ohio State just hasn't played anyone. I'm not saying their body of work is bad at all. It is extremely elite. But the stat that you said earlier, Bragg, that is just absolutely mind-boggling, is 2 50-point wins in conference. I was a broken record yesterday. You guys didn't stop me. You probably should. But you just don't do this to conference teams. You don't dominate in the way that Indiana dominated against a conference. That does not happen. Especially a team that was, for all intents and purposes, playing really well. The last month, UCLA was a completely different team. And you just don't do that. And we're just in a league of our own, for lack of a better word. I think definitively yesterday, Indiana is the best team in the country.
Yeah, Seth, anything from you?
Let him cook.
Let him cook. I like that. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thankfully, I think 2/3 of us probably could use a little bit of time just not talking anymore or just resting somewhere on a couch or a bed.
So then stop already and let me go.
I'm trying. Oh, not you. You're probably feeling fine. But all right, let's move on. Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming and listening. Again, one more home game left on the slate. It's Wisconsin way down the line. It's still at 4 weeks, 3 weeks away. 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, we'll be out there again. Brandon and I will be out there again. I don't know about Seth. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys are going to be there, come find us, come hang out, come rip some shots or something, drink a beer, play some beer pong, flip cup, whatever you guys want to do. And yeah, we will talk to you guys in a few days when we preview the next matchup against Maryland. So until then, I don't want to cheers anybody. So yep.
I'll say it. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.